Welcome to the very first installment of my brand new deep cleaning series. For those who don't know me yet, my name is Melissa and I post videos about cleaning and decluttering, gardening, and Bath & Body Works since I was a part-time manager there for about 5 years. If any of those topics interest you, then please subscribe to my channel using the red button down below. That way you won't miss any of my future videos. I have a long journey ahead of me deep cleaning my house and I want to take you along with me. The first step before I do any deep cleaning is to declutter. I'll post a link above, but as of last May, I just completed a 14-part series in which I declutter my entire home. If you need motivation in that area, definitely check it out before jumping in with your deep cleaning. I'm going to be laying down the groundwork first by planning in my journal what needs to be done during this deep cleaning project. So grab your tea or coffee, your planner or to-do list, and let's get organized together. First of all, I'm going to start off by listing all of the rooms in my house that I need to give a good deep cleaning to. Once I've identified each room or area that needs cleaning, I'm going to get a game plan. The process I want to use to approach each room is as follows. First, the room needs to be decluttered. As I mentioned, I've already done a deep declutter through my house, but it's important to make sure everything is still in its place and that the items are tidied up and not in the way when cleaning. Once I've made sure that everything in the room actually belongs there, I'm going to deep clean everything that I possibly can and get it in a perfect condition as possible. Third, I'm going to analyze what repairs or home improvements need to be made in the room. My house was built in the 1950s and it is furnished with a mix of newer furniture as well as furniture from my childhood. So there are many pieces or areas that need repainting, fixing, and redoing. Last but not least, I will analyze what purchases need to be made for the room. This can include new furniture, decor, or just anything that I need to get from the store to make the room just the way we want it. Now that I've got a general game plan, I'm going to write up a shopping list of what I know I will need in order to get this deep cleaning jump started. Of course, if you just want to use what you have on hand, that's perfectly fine. I already have a lot of stuff on hand that I'm going to be using, but since I really want to go all out, I want to make sure I have the right tools and cleaners to make this place super clean. While doing this, I'm taking inventory of what I already have. My list is made. We are starting this deep cleaning journey in the dining room, so let's get started by making a deep cleaning to-do list, as well as finding what repairs and purchases need to be made. Just one more thing before we start cleaning. Road trip. Alright, we are home, so let me show you first what I got from the Dollar Tree. First is this Ocean Paradise Scented Fabuloso. I know I'm going to be going through a lot of multi-purpose cleaner and I wanted to get a summery themed one. I found these super cool scented deodorizer powders. You can sprinkle them on carpets, in trash cans, and litter boxes, and with 4 cats, you know that I need that. Then I also found this scrubby brush with a handle. It can be used for dishes, but the bristles are nice and firm, so I might be using it to scrub bathrooms. I also went to Walmart and I got Bonna mainly for the laminate floors in my house. Most of the floors are laminate, which I find difficult to clean without visible streaks, and I found that this works the best. I got fabric sanitizer spray, a dish scrubby thingy, and this wood stain marker so I can start filling in all of the scratch marks that my cats made. Then last, I got this Keurig descaling solution. So that was my little shopping haul. Now I'm going to show you what tools and cleaners I'm going to be using to deep clean my dining room. I'm going to use a feather duster, a cleaning toothbrush, my Dyson vacuum, rags, bleach, all-purpose spray, glass cleaner, carpet cleaner, dish soap, end dust, canned air, fabric sanitizer, and fabric softener sheets. Now you may be thinking, wow Melissa, that's kind of a lot of stuff. And you know what? It is a lot of stuff. I love cleaners, but if you just want to grab some rags, a vacuum, and some multi-surface spray, then grab that and let's get going. When deep cleaning, it's very important to work from top to bottom so that you don't knock dust onto surfaces and furniture that you've already cleaned. I have some tape left over on the ceiling from holiday decorations, so I'm just going to get those removed before I dust the ceiling. You're about to see why I'm looking concerned there, because what I just saw on the ceiling lamp was not a sight for the faint-hearted. So to clean this scarily dirty light fixture, I'm having Jose take apart the parts that can be removed and washing those separately. For the part with the wires, I want to make it very clear not to have your lights on and do not use wet cleaners. I'm just using a dry paper towel to grab the big clumps of whatever that stuff is, and then a dry cloth to pick up more of the dust particles. As you can see, wiping dry isn't enough in this situation. So if you find yourself in a similar situation, here is a life hack for you. Grab one of your face masks and use canned air. It's going to make a mess down below, but that's why we are working from top to bottom. This is another product I highly recommend. If you are allergy prone, have pets, live in an area with bad air quality or ventilation, or any combination of those things, you should own one of these air purifiers. I'm busting mine out to help suck up the dust I just stirred up. When it's red, that means it's angry with the air quality. Now that we're one feather duster down, we are done dusting. I'm now going to show you how to clean your curtains without taking them off the rods. First, I'm going to vacuum them on a low setting to get any cobwebs and preliminary dust off. The curtains in my dining room aren't going to be as bad as some of the others in my house because we did wash them somewhat recently. Next, I'm making up a mixture of mainly water with a tiny dot of dish soap. Soak a rag with the mixture and give both sides of the curtains a good rub down. Nasty curtain water. Last step is I'm going to spray them generously with fabric sanitizer. This helps trap allergens, dust, and germs while making them smell fresh. Now that the curtains are done, I'm going to give the wall hangings a good wipe down and onto the windows. Of course, I'm using glass cleaner for the windows themselves, and then Method multi-purpose spray for the trim and windowsills. Next stop, china cabinet. Now that we've unloaded everything, I'm going to teach you another deep cleaning hack. Some of our teapots have staining on the inside, as you can see here. Thankfully, it's pretty easy to fix as long as you have a little bit of bleach. All you need to do is pour in just a small splash, maybe a tablespoon's worth or less. Then with hot water, just fill it up the rest of the way. I'm going to put on the lid so the steam can kind of do its thing. While we wait for those to soak, let's get some washing up done with the rest of the cabinet's dishes. So it's been about 10 or 15 minutes. Let's check on our teapots. Already you can see it's so much whiter. Let's pour it out and get a good look. Nice, looks good. Just make sure you wash these out really well before using them and you're good to go. While the dishes dry, I'm going to deep clean the china cabinet itself. You can see the difference. This side has all of that dust on it, and this is the side I've cleaned so far. It's so satisfying. So I pulled the cabinet out just a few inches so I could clean behind, and look at all this cat hair and dust. Let's get that taken care of. Next up, I'm going to transform these scratching posts that the cats use to survey out these windows. It's amazing how furry they get, and it plasters on like this. So to get it really good and clean, I'm going to take a little extra elbow grease than just vacuuming. So first, I'm going to get off what I can with the vacuum. Then the key to really getting off the fur is by dipping one of these flat scrub brushes in a little bit of water, and use that to scrape the fur off. Once it's free of fuzz, I'm going to generously coat some pet-inspired carpet foam. While that soaks, I'm going to do that same process for the rest of the post. Okay, so once the foam has soaked in for a few minutes, I'm going to go in with that brush again and scrub it into the carpet. Once it's dry enough to vacuum, I'm going to vacuum one more time over. The last thing I'm going to do is snip off these little strings that the cats have ripped out, and then it'll be as good as new. I'm not entirely sure Princess Daisy appreciates the hard work I've done.
Don't you like it?
Next up on my list is walls and baseboards. I'm just going to use dish soap and water to spot clean any smears and smudges on the wall. But don't forget to use a dry cloth for any electrical parts. I like cleaning light switches because it's like having a cleaning rave party. Look at how dirty the water is just from cleaning the walls. Something that is important to do every 3 to 5 years is get your air ducts deep cleaned by a company that deep cleans ducts, like a chimney sweep. We just had ours done in early May, and they said they pulled out a lot of cat fur and dust. It's important to at least keep the ducts on the outside free of dirt, dust, and fuzz to help prevent the insides of the ducts getting even dirtier. I actually learned a pro tip from a friend here on YouTube as well, Kristen and her cats. I'll link her channel down below. She recommends to rub down your baseboards with fabric sheets to help prevent cat fur and dust from clinging to them, which as a fellow cat mom, I think that's a great idea. Definitely go check out her video down below and give that baseboard hack a try. Next up is the table and chairs. Now of our dining chairs, we have 2 styles since we got them at different times. But this one, as you can see, is more of like a plasticky texture of wood, and this one you can even see the wood coming through it. These chairs have definitely lived past their prime. They're nearly 30 years old and have lived through many cats using them to scratch. I put it on my list to either repaint the salvageable chairs or just replace them altogether. But until that happens, I'm going to get them as clean as possible so we can at least have them in the best condition we can. I'm using the Method multi-purpose spray and a cleaning toothbrush to get in the tight spaces, and then end dust to clean and add shine to the wood. Okay, I was able to get the chairs looking considerably better given the circumstances. Now for the table, I'm constantly wiping the top, but seldom do I clean this part below the tabletop, which I noticed recently has a lot of splatters on it. So I'm just using that dish soapy water and that toothbrush again to scrub off the dried stuff. We are beginning to wrap things up. I'm just going to deep clean the surface of the table, give the room a good vacuum, and call it a day. First, I'm going over the top of the table with soapy water, then just regular water to rinse, then finally with a dry cloth. Also note that other than a quick vacuum, I will be saving all intensive floor care for a complete video of its own later in the series. Here is the end result of deep cleaning the dining room. I hope you found some inspiration from this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up down below. Next up, I will be deep cleaning the living room, so stay tuned and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss it. Thanks for cleaning with me. Until next time, bye.